Hi everyone, my name is Avina. I'm a fourth year computer information systems student. During this segment, we will be answering questions about student life at the University of Houston, as well as sharing personal experiences we may have that will be helpful to you as you continue your education, as well as explore different careers. Now, my fellow student ambassadors will introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrew. I'm a sophomore studying supply chain and logistics technology.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and I'm a sophomore studying digital media.
Hello everyone, I am Alexa and I'm a senior studying computer engineering technology.
Hi y'all, I'm Maddie and I'm a junior studying biotechnology.
Hello, I'm Naomi. I'm a sophomore and I'm studying digital media.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and I'm also a sophomore studying digital media.
Hi everyone, I'm Evelyn and I'm a junior studying biotechnology.
Hi everyone, my name is Nisha and I'm a sophomore majoring in construction management.
Hello everyone, I'm a third year student studying mechanical engineering technology.
Thank you, ambassadors. Now let's get started.
Our STEM students have questions for U of H.
How did you decide what you wanted to major in?
So basically how you decide what to study, or as we college students know, is our major. And what a major is, you're focused on what you want to do after high school. And how I decided on digital media is because I really love to do creative things like film, photography, graphic design, and a lot more. And I'm very indecisive. So I didn't want to just limit myself to study one focus of art. And I also just have a lot of hopes and dreams in the creative field. Like my dream job is to be a creative director, to work with musical artists or even traditional artists. And around the time I was applying for colleges, which is my senior year of high school, I found that the digital media program actually offers a wide range of courses that you can take to expand your creative skills and give you as much exposure and experience your time here.
The way I decided what I wanted to do or what I wanted to study was through research and extracurricular classes in high school. Most high schools now offer classes that let you have a feel for the profession, like such as architecture, hospitality, public service, engineering, many, many more classes like that. I took classes such as civil engineering and architecture, which caught my eye because as a child, I was always interested in the quality of life for people around me and the world. And like quality of life begins with shelter, in which in many places of the world people do lack. And I've always wanted to travel and build homes. So the first step is to major in something that will show me all the steps of taking this idea and this dream and making it into reality. Also, my father was quite a craftsman and I admire that a lot. For you, I wouldn't limit myself to one area. I would definitely branch out and research what you really want to do and what makes you happy.
Are college classes a lot harder than high school classes?
I would say that college classes require a lot more self-discipline and time managing skills. And those two things are very important because when it comes to colleges, you're going to have multiple different professors and not every professor will do things the exact same way. You'll have some professors who give you all the due dates, quizzes, and homework things ahead of time, and it's your job to keep track. While you might have other professors who only give you assignments bi-weekly or even weekly. So it's very much up to you to learn how to manage that time more efficiently so that you can succeed in all your college classes going forward. And it's also very important to focus more on self-discipline because that's when you're going to have to decide if that extra hour of doing video games or like your favorite hobby is worth it or if you need to put in that extra hour to study. It's also it also requires college classes are also going to require a lot less memorizing and just spitting back information that you might have had to do in college or middle school. It's going to be a lot more applying the skills that you've learned because professors want to be able to teach you the skills that you're going to need in the real world and in your job in the future. It's also important to keep an open mind because in college you might not always have to do projects individually, but a lot of professors will actually require you to do group projects so that you can get familiar with working with others because no matter the industry you go into, most likely you're going to have to know how to work with others in order to be successful yourself, in order to make your company more successful as well.
Give me an example of something you did in class or during a job internship that you really liked.
By far be my term project, which is similar to a final exam in my distribution channels class. I collaborated with a team of 4 to conduct an in-depth analysis of Calvin Klein's supply chain. And basically, in essence, what supply chain is how a company is going to get one good from one place to another. We conducted research over 110 countries where Calvin Klein has a presence in, and monitored social media traffic on Instagram of Calvin Klein's advertising, in which we monitored 440,000 Instagram posts. We ended up getting to present our findings to an industry professional and ended up scoring one of the highest grades in the course. Classes and like distribution channels and projects that are really applicable to my major is something I really value being a student in the College of Technology.
Something fun I did in my mechanical and electric systems class was we went on a field trip to the new College of Technology building in Sugar Land, where we were tasked with the job to identify machines, but there was a twist. The speakers and the professors could not help us, and we had to social distance because of COVID. We had to take selfies with each machine, and we also went on the roof of the building at night where we saw how the building units were run by energy units.
Something fun I did in my first digital media class was, again, heading out towards the new technology building out in Sugar Land campus. So all of our classes for digital media majors are not held on main campus. We instead head out all the way out to Sugar Land, and that in itself is something really amazing and different. But my favorite part of my classes are the critiques, where we get to use the huge printing and equipment for these classes, and then we go out to our own little classroom area and hold large critiques with the rest of our class and our professor. We get to put our work on display and walk around as in a gallery, and then get to really see the differences in people's works and help each other out as students, but along with our professor who is an industry professional and helps us out a lot in class.
What do you do in college besides go to class? What's a typical day like?
So most of your college career will probably be spent studying and attending class, but outside of class, U of H has so many different events and so many different clubs for students to attend. One of your classes is typically going to be on Tuesday and Thursday or Monday and Wednesday. So you may have 5 extra days to do whatever you want. And if you're not going to study, you might as well join a club you're interested in. When I entered U of H, I joined the pre-pharmacy club because I had an interest in pharmacy. And I'd attend a bi-weekly meeting and go to volunteer events. And that's where I met all of my friends that I've now known for 2 or 3 years. Some events that U of H holds annually include Frontier Fiesta. I believe the Greek life throws that event, so all the fraternities and sororities. Usually a musical guest is there. Typically it's a rapper or some type of hip hop artist. They have carnival games like the ones you'd see at the rodeo, and a lot of carnival food. U of H always has something interesting. You always have something to explore. You're never going to be bored. U of H is super vibrant.
What's it like living in a dormitory with a roommate?
I would definitely recommend living in a dorm with a roommate, especially if it's your first year on campus, as it's definitely part of the college experience. You'll probably get to meet one of your future best friends, and it's really nice to have somebody around whenever you're homesick or if you're far away from home. It can have its ups and downs living with somebody else, probably because you're not used to it. But my main advice is to communicate with your roommate. Over communication is probably better than no communication at all. So talking about expectations for how clean you want your room, and any habits you may have. So like what time you like to go to bed or wake up in the morning, and even whether you like to have guests over. Talking about these things are really important within like your first week of living together, especially because you don't want problems to occur later on in the school year. But of course, if you have any problems, you can always contact your RA. That's pretty much somebody that you go to talk about any concerns that you have with your living situation or with your roommate. But overall, I would definitely recommend it because having a roommate is super fun. You can always explore campus together if you're new to campus, and there's so many fun events that you can go to together.
If I want to go to college, What should I do?
My advice for those who want to go to college is to keep your grades up. Students who usually graduate in the top 10% of their class are admitted to the University of Houston. And especially if you want to be considered for any academic scholarships, stay on top of your ACT and ACT scores and do some research and see what kind of scores you need to be admitted to the college that you would like to study. Also explore different subjects and activities to help you decide what you would like to study. And also make sure to attend your career fairs that your school might host and try to do some personal research or even try contacting our admission office. We're always willing to help you and answer any questions that you might have.
If you're interested in attending college, my advice to you is to, number one, get to know yourself. You have to know what careers interest you so that you will know what direction to go into as you enter adulthood. The next thing, you need to research what skills you want to build on as you enter this new chapter in your life. Number two, you also want to keep in mind maintaining a good academic standing. This is essential, but also you also want to keep in mind that extracurricular activities are an eye catcher. Colleges also want to see that you're not only book smart, but that you have good character as well. Last but not least, research your options and get to know what the colleges are offering you and how that applies to your interests. And don't be afraid to reach out to your mentors, academic advisors, and even your own teachers.
Something I would recommend to consider before going to college is really analyzing your financial situation. Make sure to notice how much you have saved, how much more you can save before college, and maybe if you can get scholarships or which scholarships you can get, you cannot get, and make sure that you have really a list or a budget in mind of how much money you are able to put in towards college. Because some colleges are more expensive than others, and you really want to be prepared for what is achievable with your financial situation. With backing on that, I would like to also emphasize that not always your first choice might be what you end up going to, and that's not always a bad thing. So make sure to have your first choice colleges, but also colleges that are backups for that and backups for even those colleges, because you never really know. You might end up liking college that you didn't think you would end up choosing at the end before your first semester.